Good evening. I would like to call to order the April 18, 2023 Little Rock City Board of Directors meeting. We'd like to welcome those in attendance as well as those watching at home or streaming online. Madam Clerk, if you would, please call the roll.
Director Miller.
Here.
Director Richardson.
Here.
Director Peck.
Here.
Director Hines.
Present.
Director Lewis.
Here.
Director Wyrick.
Present.
Director Compuris. Director Phillips. Director Adcock. Vice Mayor Webb.
Here.
Mayor Scott.
Present. Let me now take this time to recognize City Director Cappy Peck, who will give our invocation.
Thank you, City Attorney Tom Carpenter will be doing that.
All right.
Please
Mr.
join
Carpenter.
me. Today is Yom HaShoah. It started yesterday at sundown, and as this meeting begins, it is about to end. It is today that we know we recognize and remember 6 million Jews who were exterminated during World War II. But with them were also hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of gypsies, political dissidents, people with mental challenges, people with different gender preferences. We know that since 1945, our world has done all that it can to diminish groups because of their political views, their religious views, or even in times of war, simply because they were civilians on the wrong side. We know that in Rwanda, 620,000 Tutsis were killed simply because of whom they were born to. In Somalia, 200,000 of one of their tribes were killed. In Yugoslavia, when it got freedom, Christians killed Muslims and Muslims killed Christians. Tonight, we come together knowing that all of this hate and fear that has marked mankind's attempts to do what they think is the appropriate thing are improper. We come with the desire to create a community in Little Rock of love. We have an agenda that provides leases for baseball programs, that recognizes hometown champion athletes, that purchases vehicles so that our sanitary landfill can operate efficiently and cleanly, that provides tablets to our police officers so that they can engage in better communications and have more information available to them when they fulfill their duties, that has protective gear for our firefighters to use when they go into homes that are in dire need of some type of salvation, to bring industry to this area so that we can find new jobs for our citizens, to enhance landscaping standards so that it is a more beautiful place to be, to bring in restaurants, to bring in offices, to make this our home. There are so many things that we could be upset about, but this group has come together to make this a place that we can call home, that we can feel safe, and that we can be loved. Amen.
Amen. May y'all please stand for a pledge of allegiance. Our first presentation today is to recognize the Little Rock Christian Academy 2023 4A State Basketball Champions. I ask that they please come before the podium. First and foremost, we want, on behalf of the city of Little Rock, we know, as well as Director Hines, who represents Ward 5, where you guys are located. We want you to know, from Little Rock Christian Academy standpoint, how much you made the city of Little Rock proud for your hard work, your tenacity to win the 4A state championship basketball championship. And it's just truly exciting to see the caliber of athletes, but student athletes, what you guys are doing at Little Rock Christian Academy. We want to congratulate you. I want to officially give you opportunity to say a few words before we give you this great plaque. And I'm going to ask City Director Hines join me as we give the plaque to you all. Coach.
Yes, my name is Kyle Pennington. I'm the head boys basketball coach at Little Rock Christian Academy. First and foremost, I want to say, Mayor Scott and everybody in this room, thank you for what you're doing for the city of Little Rock, especially during this time with tornado relief. We had a few guys that have helped, went with a group and helped and have seen, and just the efforts that you guys are doing. Thank you for that. Very proud of our basketball team and everybody involved. Our team from top to bottom, from senior all the way down to freshman. Each of these guys deserve the ring that they're going to get on their finger in a few weeks, whether they practiced and played JV basketball or they starred in the championship game. This team came together as a group as the season continued on, and we're proud of each of them. Ultimately, players win championships, and this team was a player-led team when it mattered and played their best basketball at the end of the season when it mattered. Each of our coaches were a huge part of our success, and very proud of each of them and all that they've given to our program. Thank you again for the recognition, and we're very proud to be standing in front of you.
Coach, again, I just want to share how it makes us proud because you all are really creating this past year. The state's capital city has been leading the way in basketball as well as football, and so we're grateful for that and want you to know how much we appreciate you. If you would, I don't know who the captain of the team is, but we'd love to have a young person give some words as well.
Yes, absolutely. I'll have Ben Fox and Landrum Blocker, two young men that mean a lot to our program. They will both speak a minute.
Just want to say thank you again for having us here, and it means a lot. You know, we put a lot of work in on and off the court to accomplish what all we accomplished, and it just means much more that it's being recognized by the whole city of Little Rock instead of just our school, and that we're very blessed to be able to have this opportunity to be in front of you right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Like Coach Penny just said, we would just like to thank y'all for this opportunity. We really appreciate it. It's nice to be recognized, and that's all I have to say.
Well, I see two future mayors one day.
As customary, we usually let the gentlemen introduce themselves. We start with the seniors, and you seniors, if you know where you're going in your college career, you can tell us that too, or if you want to declare where you're going, we can know that too.
My name is Ben Fox, and I'll be attending Central Arkansas to play basketball in the summer.
My name is Travis Watson. I'll be attending the University of Arkansas in the fall.
My name's Cooper Longworth. I'll be attending University of Arkansas in the fall.
My name is Ethan DeCastro, and I'll be attending University of Arkansas in the fall.
My name is Jamel Wesley II, and I'm a junior, so I don't know where I'm going yet.
Landrum Blocker, don't know yet.
My name is Cooper Collins. I'm a junior, so I'm just going to stay on the team for next year.
My name is Corliss Williams, a junior, and I'm a junior.
My name is Trey Howard, and I'm a junior.
I'm Caleb Hawkins, and I'm a junior. My name is Finn Morgan, and I'm a junior. My name is Emerson Span, and I'm a junior.
My name is Tristan Watson, and I'm attending 10th grade.
My name is Whit Vines, and I'm a sophomore. My name is Mitchell Morris, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Luke Perone, and I'm a sophomore.
JJ Andrews, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Ty Shepard, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Malcolm Morris, and I'm a freshman.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity. Coach Blocker, Leonard Blocker, good to meet you all.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? I'm Corliss Williamson. Thanks for having us.
Well, somebody has to follow Big Nasty. I'm Andrew Counts. Thank y'all.
Colby Sims.
So I also want to say one thing. My daughter is a proud graduate of the 2019 class that won the first state championship football team and was with your brother, Trey, with Lawson. So my daughter was a team manager and graduated. So congratulations. This means a lot to the school and the community.
Lance, you look so short up there.
I'm a small place. Point guard, right?
Yeah.
Rick Durrell, were you a shoe guard? Where's shoe guard? Rick Durrell was you a shoe? Really? Like, you know how to, you can dribble on everything? No, everyone, that's just, again, a great highlight. If you didn't notice, one of the young men was Director Howard's son. And so he's definitely know he's pretty proud. All right. We have one modification for tonight's agenda to authorize a lease agreement and assignment of collateral by the Junior Deputy Baseball Booster Club for improvements to their playing fields.
Move for the addition of the resolution to our consent agenda.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read the consent agenda along with item M1.
The consent agenda consists of a motion to approve the February 7th, 2023, February 21st, 2023, March 7th, 2023, March 21st, 2023, and April 11th, 2023 minutes of the Little Rock City Board of Directors meetings and the March 14th, 2023 minutes of the Little Rock City Board of Directors special call meeting. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with Bell Chevrolet in an amount not to exceed $54,478 plus applicable taxes and fees for the purchase of one Chevrolet 2500 HD truck with service body for the Fleet Services Landfill Maintenance Division. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with Dell Technologies Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $226,891.62 plus applicable taxes and fees for the purchase of 117 Latitude 7230 rugged tablets for the Little Rock Police Department and for the purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with North American Fire Equipment Incorporated in amount not to exceed $52,666 plus applicable taxes and fees for the purchase of firefighting protective coats and pants for the Little Rock Fire Department and for the purposes. A resolution authorizes the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with Southwestern Freight Incorporated or its assignees for the sale of approximately 5 acres of land located in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, Pulaski County, Arkansas, by the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, for the benefit of the Little Rock Port Authority and for the purposes. A resolution authorizes a lease agreement, a lease assignment and assignment of collateral by the Junior Deputy Baseball Booster Club Incorporated to First Service Bank, an Arkansas banking corporation, to fund improvements to the playing fields at Junior Deputy Park and for the purposes. That concludes the consent agenda.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay.
I didn't have a motion or a second.
So moved, Mayor.
Motion from Director Richardson, second from Director Hines. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read the group items.
An ordinance to amend the Little Rock, Arkansas Revised Code, Chapter 15 of 1988, the landscaping and tree protection, and for other purposes. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a planned development commercial titled Whitewater Tavern PDC, located at 2507 West 7th Street, Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for the purposes. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for the purposes. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for the purposes. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development, establish a planned commercial development titled Markham Vernon LLC PCD, located at 2623 West Markham Street, Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for their purposes. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development, establish a revised planned commercial development titled Lot 5, the Village at Rawling Road, revised PCD, located on the west side of Rawling Road Circle, 225 feet south of Rawling Road, Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for the purposes. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development, establish a planned commercial development titled King Seasonal Fireworks Sales, revised PCD, located at 23800 Highway 10, Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for the purposes. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development, establish a planned commercial development titled Vasquez Short-Term Rental PDC, located at 308 Woodrow Street, Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for the purposes. An ordinance to condemn certain structures in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas with structural fire and health hazards, to provide for summary abatement procedures, to direct city staff to take such action as is necessary to raise and remove said structures, to declare an emergency. First reading.
Is there a motion for second reading?
Second.
Move to suspend the rules and place on second reading.
There's a motion, there's a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Ayes have it, second reading.
An ordinance to amend Little Rock, Arkansas Revised Code, Chapter 15, Landscaping and Tree Protection. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development, establish a planned development commercial titled Whitewater Tavern PDC, located at 2507 West 7th Street. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development, establish a planned commercial development titled Markham Vernon LLC PCD, located at 2623 West Markham Street. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a revised plan commercial development titled Lot 5, The Village at Rawling Road, revised PCD, located on the west side of Rawling Road Circle, 225 feet south of Rawling Road. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a plan commercial development titled King Seasonal Fireworks Sales, revised PCD, located at 23800 Highway 10. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a plan commercial development titled Vasquez Short-Term Rental PDC, located at 308 Woodrow Street. An ordinance to condemn certain structures in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas with structural fire and health hazards, to provide summary abatement procedures, to direct city staff to take such action as necessary to raise and remove said structures, to declare an emergency. Second reading.
Move to suspend the rule and place on third and final reading.
Second.
There's a motion second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Third reading.
An ordinance to amend Little Rock, Arkansas Revised Code, Chapter 15, the landscaping and tree protection. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a plan development commercial titled Whitewater Tavern PDC, located at 2507 West 7th Street. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a plan commercial development titled Markham Vernon LLC PCD, located at 2623 West Markham Street. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a revised plan commercial development titled Lot 5, The Village at Rawling Road, revised PCD, located on the west side of Rawling Road Circle, 225 feet south of Rawling Road. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a plan commercial development titled King Seasonal Fireworks Sales, revised PCD, located at 23800 Highway 10. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development, establish a plan commercial development titled Vasquez Short-Term Rental PDC, located at 308 Woodrow Street. An ordinance to condemn certain structures in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas with structural fire and health hazards, to provide for summary abatement procedures, to direct city staff to take such action as is necessary to raise and remove said structures, to declare an emergency. Third and final reading.
We've now had three. Director Webb.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just had a comment on item 13, and it's really for the planning director. When I reached out to the neighborhood association, they told me that they did not get any notification of this project, and it said in the write-up that the neighborhood association was notified, and I want to make sure we have the correct people who are receiving the notification.
Yes, ma'am. We'll get with Director Collins and make sure he gets with you to make sure the right folks are getting that information. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Ayes have it. All those in favor for emergency calls, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Ayes have it. I will now go to citizens' communication. Mr. Philip Bryant. Mr. Bryant.
Yes, sir. Do I have 3 minutes or 5 minutes?
3 minutes.
Let me know when to start.
Just starts now.
I come to make a recommendation, a suggestion, advise that the city of Little Rock turn the whole city into an electric city and get Summit Gas coming out of the city of Little Rock. They're mistreating the people, they're overcharging the people, and they're charging me $10.50 a day for gas, and in other places, they're only charging people $2.50. So this gas company, Summit Gas Company, is raping, robbing, and stealing from the people. It's been a group to file a lawsuit against that company, and the judge put a stop to it. And Utilities Commission is supposed to handle it, and they are not handling it in the way it should be handled. And they are letting Summit Gas continue to take money from people at an unreasonable rate. Now, as you know, whenever something takes place in California, it takes 10 years for it to get to Little Rock. Whenever something takes place in New York, it takes 10 years to get to Little Rock. I'm suggesting, advising, and recommending that this city pass an ordinance to make every house in the city of Little Rock an electric house. That means electric water heater, electric cook stove, and electric heating air. When Asa Hutchinson was governor, he announced that this state had over $200 million to be used, and he didn't even know what to use it for and was thinking about sending it back to the Capitol. This board can write a grant to the state and write a grant to the federal government and get $200, $300, $400 million to turn this city into an all-electric city and get Summit gas coming out of our city. You cannot stand by and let them rob the people for no reason at all, and whatever excuse they're giving is not going to work. So this city statement here says, the city of Little Rock is dedicated to improving our residential quality of life by providing exceptional service in an effective and equitable manner. Now, you're leaders here. You're leaders of this city. You've been elected to be leaders. You have the authority and the ability to turn this city into an all-electric city. So I'm putting it on your mind. So think about it hard. If you're going to protect the citizens of this city, you got to get some gas coming out of this city, 100% completely. So I'm a volunteer and tell this whole board, if you're afraid, you can appoint me to help you. You can write grants. All you people know how to get grant writers to write grants to the state and to the federal government to get the money and get this thing to rolling and put forth an effort to get Summit gas coming out of our city.
Thank you so much, Mr.
God
Brown.
bless you, and I hope you go to work for the people. Thanks again.
Yes, sir. God bless you, and thank you so much for the information. We'll take that under consideration. Members of the board, is there, Director Phillips, is your hand up?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to state, just for, I know people are paying attention, and I've talked about the Summit issue before. It's my understanding that they have went before the Public Service Commission, I guess this month or the end of last month, and the rate has been reduced going forward. So the rate that we saw for the past 6 months will now be reduced for the next 6 months before they go back before the PSC again in the fall. So I just wanted to share that information with our constituents in the event they didn't know that. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn? Director Computers?
So fast, I didn't know what to do. I had a note from David Porter and Phil Tappan for something that they would like us to consider. And I sent a resolution or a thought to Tom this evening about this. And what basically they said, and that when we go back and try to start rebuilding things in the city, there will be places where items were built, and they were talking particularly about the Purple Cow, that were built a long time ago. And if you went back and rebuilt it and took all the things that we need to do now, they couldn't rebuild. So they would like for us to look into having some way of taking on each individual basis facilities that were built, that were been used, that would like to come back, but couldn't come back under the regulations we have right now. So I sent it to Tom. I'd appreciate if you and Bruce would look at it and then get back to us on how we could do something like that, or if it's feasible to do something like that.
Sure. Yes. What I do think, I know you may have sent something to Tom, because that has a long-lasting effect and could create some other issues down the road. We probably need to not move with any kind of ordinance, because we could get into some.
Well, I didn't ask you this order. I just said I wanted y'all to think about it, and I sent it to him to see if it was even legal. And then I'm telling you and Bruce, I just sent it to him, and I'll send it to y'all tonight. But
I guess what I'm sharing with you, and I'm with you, Director Capiris. What we'll do is we'll start first with Director Collins, because what we don't want to happen is, one, everyone is sensitive to that fact. I know where you're going. We just want to figure out something that is also fair, because it can create some other planning issues on what we require other folks as well.
It's an issue that has to be well thought out, but there's going to be places that we're going to leave a hole in commercial situations if we don't think out how to do it, because they can't build back where they are, given what we have to have right now for parking and things like that.
No, I'm with you.
And I just want to jump in there, Mayor, for a point of clarity for those watching. If I understand you right, Director Capiris, you're talking about like zoning regulations. You're not talking about the cost of the building back. You're talking
No, I am talking.
zoning issues.
I'm talking about our rules.
And let me clarify. And we've already dealt with this. Basically, and I can't remember if it was Director Hines or somebody called me about it. And what we have done in the past, and Jamie agrees that if you were damaged by the tornado, you won't be required to, the city adopts certain building code standards, and that's what you're referring to, and that's what Philip's referring to, that we're going to allow you. Now we'll do our normal inspections and everything.
Oh, no,
but
they just, but it's.
yeah, we're going to let you rebuild as is.
Okay, they want to build back. They're a good business. They've been here forever, but there's going to be lots of people like that. And if we don't figure out how to let people like that do that, then you're going to have big holes everywhere in this city of people who want to be here and can't be here.
And Jamie's aware and agrees he can do that administratively, through inspections and so forth.
So what we'll do is, what we probably need to do is, because I know Jamie last Friday at the briefing shared that those impacted don't have to, those permit fees are waived. What we probably need to do is just share widely that, what Bruce just shared. So Aaron, let's just kind of get an announcement out so everyone's aware of it.
Well, I appreciate it. It's just, and I'm sure y'all thought about this, but I think they've talked to Lance, they talked to me, and then David actually wrote up something that y'all might want to look at.
All right.
Mayor, I don't know if you see my hand or not.
What even looking, I'm sorry, Director Richardson.
I just want to add to that, to what Dean was talking about, rather than creating these big holes in our city, if we can, in fact, and if it's legal, and Mayor, you and Bruce and Tom can figure out if we can find ways to incentivize redevelopment of those types of businesses where we already have holes in our city, or certain parts of our city, that rather than creating holes, we have holes already, and then put that on the plate as a talking point or a thinking point, ways to fully develop our whole city completely. So if there's no objection from Dean or anyone you gather like that to be added to the conversation.
Yes, sir. Director Webb, is your hand still up?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just very quickly, and this is either for you or for the city manager, and based on a lot of feedback from the Ward 3 residents who have been displaced by the tornado, and everybody's very appreciative of the work that Public Works and that others have done. They have a couple of questions, and one is, I know that we've signed, or I believe we've signed the contracts for the extra debris removal companies, and have they started yet, or do we expect that to start soon?
They've been given a notice to proceed, and they're mobilizing. The city attorney has one of his chief deputies reviewing the contract. We expect the contract to be signed. You all already have authorized me to enter into the contract, but they've been given a notice to proceed, and they're mobilizing and should be up to speed fully by the end of the week, first of next week.
Thank you. And then the follow-up question to that, somebody offered me conflicting information about how long Reservoir is going to be open. And then the other question they had about Reservoir is they were wondering if the hours could be extended, because there are a lot of volunteers who want to take things down maybe on Sunday, but it wasn't open, and I wondered if I've missed something or if we could address that.
We'll look at, from a staffing capacity, clearly, we had those hours the first 2 weeks. But the plan is, once we get DRC on board, you'll see even more. First and foremost, there's been a lot of work already been done, but you'll see even more. I believe right now they've already mobilized 30 trucks that are coming to the city of Little Rock. So you'll see a lot, but we'll get with the team to see if we can staff those hours.
Mayor.
Director Hines.
So kind of on this same front, I think maybe Kathy and I talked, Director Webb and I talked to the same person today. The issue is you've got contractors that these folks are hiring that they don't want to wait the 30, 60, however long it takes our contractors to get around and pick it up. They've hired crews to move this stuff off their property. And the problem is when we close that reservoir at 5 o'clock, we still got 2 or 3 hours of daylight working, and these crews are stopping working, which is delaying the cleanup, and that's why they're asking. And I always hate it when this happens, but I get North Little Rock thrown up in my face today. Well, this is what North Little Rock's doing. They're keeping their facilities open later on the weekends, on Sunday, and I know that we're being reimbursed from FEMA on this, so if it's I guess a manpower issue, we just, I think, need to figure out how to keep all these facilities open later to continue to take debris for the people who want to bring it. And that's kind of what the gentleman I was talking to was concerned was. And like I said, I never like getting the north side of the river thrown in my face. And it seems to be that they've got friends on the north side of the river and they're not having those issues.
We'll look at, you're right, we're totally different. North Little Rock and got a lot more stuff than they do. We will look at some later times, but that staff was pretty adamant that they needed that Sunday to clean up equipment and some other things. So, but we'll look at some later times.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Moore.
Mayor, based on the city attorney's recommendation, I do need to read something into the record of the minutes regarding the debris removal. May I do that now?
Yes, sir.
On April 11, 2023, the Board of Directors adopted the Park, Arkansas Resolution 15597, which authorized entry into and the ratification of bid contracts for debris removal from the March 31st, 2023 tornado. For the minutes of the Board of Directors for April 18, 2023, the following information is provided. The debris removal payment for work performed pursuant to the contract documents shall be in accordance with the unit prices stated in the contractor's bid. The total contract price payable by the city to the contractor shall not exceed $9 million, $9,226,800, plus a 10% contingency in the amount of $922,680 for a total maximum contract price not to exceed $10,149,480, except as approved by the City Board of Directors in the form of a board resolution and authorized in writing, signed by the city's city manager. And then, as you know, we broke the city down in 3 sections. For Section A, the amount will be $1.537,800. For Section B, $4,613,400. For Section C, $3,075,600. Debris removal monitoring will be for a total with Tetra Tech Incorporated of $608,465. And again, that was required by FEMA. I will forward this information to the clerk so she'll have it to be added to the minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we go to you, Director Hines, Director Phillips' hand was up, then we'll come to you, Director Hines.
And in the same vein, Director Hines and Director Webb, people reached out to me asking about the vendor that we selected. I know we have 3 different zones. I received some communication that we won't have a schedule of when the contractor will be at certain locations, but do we know when they will they publish, or will the city publish when that contractor will be in certain zones, so those folks will know, hey, I'm in zone A, I know the truck is coming in Zone A this week or next week. More of a
Park. Director Hines.
Yeah, one other question, I guess this is for Bruce, get with the contractors. One of the things that just occurred to me, I was in the conversation I was having, he said, we've got some areas where there's so much debris, it's coming out into the street, and he said trash trucks and other vehicle or traffic are having trouble navigating. I asked them to get me some addresses. Will we be able to put a hot list on, or in the meantime, just forward those addresses to you in Public Works? Maybe we get some of our own folks on it.
Yes, we just need to know the areas. And more than likely, the drivers are reporting back to their supervisors. So, but yeah, any specific addresses, please let us know.
Okay, I will. Thanks.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. Ayes have it.